And welcome back to What If. Everyone was just asking, do the Jiraiya one, do it twice a week, do the Jiraiya, not the Naruto one. I'm glad you're all liking that one. We're here to do to part 4. But let's be honest, To be fair, I already have 2 ongoing What Ifs right now, the Bardock and the Jiraiya one. I only do What If right now twice a week, with the exception of the week of. So I don't have any plans right now on bumping that to 3 a week like I do the Who Would Wins. Just because with my work schedule, I only have so much time during the day to do these videos. So this right now is the schedule I've been able to keep and meet. Occasionally I miss a video, but it's just because other things kind of get ahead of me. But ultimately, this is the video this is the schedule I've chosen to meet. So let's just keep it at that. Not that I don't appreciate the enthusiasm, I do. I am glad you love them, folks. But yeah, it will only be once a week right now, unless we go into another unless it's still going during another What If week. Which, let's be honest, with how fast I'm going through the story, it's very likely it's gonna cycle through to another What If week. Honestly, I think I'll probably finish out the Bardock one before. No, I take that back. I'll definitely finish out the Bardock Ine one before I finish out this one. I digress, though. So last time on the Naruto What If, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura had finally met Kakashi. They're joining Sensei, and he's like, meet me on the roof in 5 minutes. That's exactly the same. They meet on the roof, and he basically goes over, tell me your likes and dislikes. Now, here's the thing. I think he'd still probably ask Naruto. Let's be honest. He had Naruto first. Now, Naruto's response wouldn't be, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes include eating ramen, training, relaxing in nature, and spending time with friends. Or my dislikes, cruel people. It's kind of standard dislikes. People who, and how long it takes for ramen to cook. But, things along those lines. Hobbies include training, maybe a little gardening here or there, trying different types of ramen. And his dream would still be to be the Hokage. And, Kakashi's like, yes, he really has grown up in an interesting way. And he just sees that, because he wears the cloak, Kakashi just looks at him and sees his sensei, and sees Naruto's dad, or sees his father, I should say. His dad is Jiraiya. Then, you get the Sasuke and Sakura on. I will say this. Sakura is still going like, my dreams for the future is, and what do you dislike? Now, she said Naruto in the original series. It's very possible she still dislikes Naruto. She thinks he's a poser and whatnot. But you can make a rational argument and say she doesn't hate him anywhere near as much. In fact, I don't even think she hates him. I think she just dislikes him because he came in, usurped Sasuke a little bit on some level. And, not everyone in the class likes Sasuke. Thinks Sasuke's the best now. I mean, Sakura and are on better terms, but at the same time, they clash over who's better, Sakura and Naruto. Because, while growing a little bit, let's admit, she's grown a little bit in a short time, it's still at that time period. She's still got a gaga and fangirl over Naruto, and if someone, tries to compete or threaten his superiority in her mind or how awesome he is, she'll try to defend it like a fangirl would. Let's not make any qualms about this. She would. And then Sasuke would be like, I don't particularly like many things I don't, and I dislike a lot. My dream for the future isn't a dream. I will make it a goal and all that. It's like I will restore my clan and kill a certain someone. But Naruto, unlike in the original, it's like Naruto's not thinking that. He better not. I hope he's not talking about me. He's just like Naruto's like, And then he would probably remember what Jiraiya said about the Uchiha clan. He's probably talking about Itachi. So that would be something Naruto would clock, and Sakura would still go. And I just remember, because I remember watching the dub. I didn't really watch the Japanese version of the original Naruto series. I watched a lot of the. I watched mostly the Japanese version and got through all of that. Though I'll admit, I don't know if I actually caught the last episode where they beat Kaguya. I know I caught the final fight between Sasuke and Naruto, which was one of the best. The build-up was immense, but the fight was great in the manga. The fight is legendary in the anime. That's where the anime just outdid itself completely. It's easily in the top 5 anime moments or Naruto moments in the entirety of the original series and the Shippuden era. I digress, though. So, he's like, congratulations, you're all your own individual, da-da-da. Now come to training ground 7 at this time. Oh, you better not eat breakfast or you'll puke. So they all go their separate ways. Naruto kind of, maybe stops by Ino's shop to see Flower Shop to see he's there. She's there after, meeting her sensei. It's like, Ino-chan. It's like, oh, Naruto-kun. It's like, how'd you go? Well, yeah, it looks like we got some sort of training exercise about if Jiraya, is what Dad told me about Kakashi, and he goes, probably a bell test dealing with teamwork. So, because I think Jiraiya would have talked about his days working with his teammates, and more than likely stressed the whole importance of teamwork. And when he mentioned Kakashi, he probably would have mentioned the whole fact that Kakashi had failed that many students. So Naruto, would tell this is like, oh well, that means you're gonna win for sure, or you're gonna make the graduation exam for sure. He's like, oh, I might, but it's not about me. It's about being able to work with Sakura and Sasuke. To which Ino would probably get a little dejected. It's like, yeah, I know. I mean, Sasuke is great. I mean, Sasuke, from what I can tell, you guys might not like each other the best, but you seem to have a healthy respect for each other. You think you can't work with them? It's like, Sasuke, maybe I can get to work with. Sakura's going to be the issue. And, so Naruto and her are just having a little casual conversation like regular people would. And it's, it's just a nice human moment between them. And it's like, so I gotta get going because he said not to eat breakfast. So I'm just gonna prepare breakfast because Naruto's not stupid. And he's not a genius per se, but he's not stupid. And he was like, all right, I'll see you later. And then, Naruto kind of, gives him that foxy scar. I was like, oh, and Naruto, one more thing. And then he turns around, what? And then she leans over again and gives her a kiss on the cheek. Good luck. Then she goes in the back. Gotta get something. And Naruto's like, she sneak attacked me again. It's like, well, I'm gonna get her back. And at the same time, there was like, some girl likes me, and I kind of like her back too. It's like Naruto's got the butterflies in his stomach. So he goes off. They all have do their thing. Meanwhile, Naruto would eat his dinner, and spend time working on his new jutsu, which some people have been guessing what the jutsu is. Now, there's one person guessed. I'm not gonna say who it was or what it was they guessed. That I tend to use a lot because I think it's just a cool idea for a technique translated from another anime. That technique will probably come down down the road. I'll say this: that's not the technique. This is another one I kind of just made up on my own. So, so basically, the morning comes, and they get there, and Naruto had already eaten. He probably has some leftover ramen stored in the scroll, and they basically wait, and Sasuke and Sakura are probably getting a little annoyed by this. Sakura more than Sasuke. Naruto's just sitting there meditating, working on sage mode. Sasuke is taking note. It's like, what is it that what is he doing? He's not just sitting there. He's not just meditating. He's doing something. And occasionally they'll see his eyes go in and out of the pigment. They'll fade there. Then he'll just release the sage mode. Spend some time doing it again, working on quickening it. Now, someone, I think it was Freddie Ho, you asked the question: did I give him a perfect sage mode for comedic purposes, for story purposes, or if not, to explain it? The reasoning behind that is actually very simple. When you really break it down, Jiraiya had to spend many years just getting an imperfect sage mode. He never perfected it in the canon. Naruto spent maybe a month at the Toad Mountain and perfected sage mode. As far as we know, not a lot of time actually passed overall at the Sage Mountain, so let's assume it's a month, because they never actually specify. I'm going to assume it's about a month, give or take. Or hell, it could have been a few weeks. Point being, Naruto actually learned to master it in a really short time. And that's just from his initial trip to the Toad Mountain. Naruto, in this version, has spent a lot of time growing up around the Toads. He would have just a more natural understanding of how it worked. He would have probably been working on it, honestly, at a young age. Now, his actual training in it probably would have come later on. But for him to have a perfect sage mode like he did in the original, I don't think that's far-fetched. The only thing I would say is he can't go into it quickly like he could into in the fourth Shinobi War arc. He can't do that. He still needs time to charge it up. But that's what he's practicing because he knows the limitation of it, so he's working on that. Anyway, Kakashi eventually showed. Naruto's at one point in the stage, but then he realizes, like, okay, Kakashi's finally on his way. Jesus. And then he just pops out of Sage mode before they even see his eyes. Like, how do you know that? It's like, oh, I sensed them. It's like, how did you sense them? And before they can answer, he can answer. It's like, oh, hi, everyone. It's like, you're late. And Naruto's just like, yeah, I knew he was going to be late. Doesn't say that. In his head, he says that. So Kakashi's like, oh, Black Cat crossed my path, so I had to take the long way. He's like, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, this is the belt test. Your goal is to get these 2 belts from me. He explains it. And Sakura, again, is pointing out, wait, there's 2 belts. That's right. So no matter what, one of you will stay behind. We'll figure that out after we get the bells. But we got to first work together to get the bells, which Naruto says out loud. And then Kakashi, and he's like, real? And then Kakashi kind of looks at Naruto, like, Jiraya. It's like, Now, Kakashi's also not dumb, despite his age. He's wondering if the other 2 are going to pick up on it. And, first hide, and then, they disappear. So, yeah, they've hidden well. Naruto, I actually can't even pinpoint, really, at the moment. Sasuke and Sakura, if I couldn't actually extend my ability to sense chakra a bit, I'd have a tougher time to do it. Now, let's see if they'll actually take Naruto's advice, and all of a sudden, clones of Naruto come out, throwing shuriken. It's like, or not. What happened to the whole work? It's like, Naruto, tell me something. And he's actually realizing Naruto's pretty good in hand-to-hand combat, so he actually has to put his book down. And honestly, I think he would have put his book away as soon as the Naruto clones showed up, because he's aware Jiraya's raised him and trained him. He's going to probably take Naruto more seriously, honestly, than Sakura or Sasuke. So he puts his book away, and he's actually getting a fairly good workout with him. I have to say, I haven't had this much exercise since my last mission. It's like, glad you're impressed, Kakashi. It's like, full-time Gale Palm! And then Kakashi just dodges it and then creates an Earth Jutsu to block off a couple of the clones, throws some kunai at the other clones. All of a sudden, Shadow Clone Shuriken Jutsu comes his way. It's like, oh, crap! And he pulls out the kunai, uses a substitution jutsu, stabs one of the Naruto clones. It's like, okay, and a couple more clones are stand guard, ready to go. One of them's got another Gale Palm ready. One of them's got a sealing technique ready to go. Meanwhile, and a few more clones pop out. Kakashi's like, what's Naruto's plan exactly? Meanwhile, Sasuke and Sakura are watching this, but Sasuke gets a tap on his shoulder. It's like, well, what's that? And then Naruto's like, it's me, all right? I'm sending my clones as a diversion. Look, as tough as any of us are, we can't beat a Jonin. We especially can't beat Kakashi. Kakashi's one of the best in the village. Dad even told me so. And Sasuke, despite being apprehensive hearing Naruto telling him what to do, remembers that his dad is Jiraiya. So he does take this to heart. It's like, and like I said earlier, our only goal is to work together, because that's honestly what Kakashi's trying to teach us, is teamwork. That's the goal of this exercise. If we can prove we can work as a team, we can prove we can be ninjas. And Sasuke's reluctant, but Naruto's logic is sound. Plus, Naruto is one of the probably the only classmates of his he actually legitimately respected. If nothing else, in terms of pure skill, he respects him. So, and again, the fact, because lineage to Sasuke, at least early on, was very important in kind of judging someone. And the fact is, he's at least the adopted son of Jiraiya. So that gives credence to at least Sasuke valuing Naruto's opinion enough to hear him out. So I was like, all right, but first gotta get Sakura. She's gonna be the tough one to convince, because let's be honest. And then Sasuke's even like, yeah, trust me, I got that. So finally, the last Naruto clone goes down, and Kakashi's even like, whew, I haven't had this much cardio in a while. Now, where did they go? Cut to and Naruto coming out again. It's like, got you! And it's like, oh, Naruto, really? And then he throws a kunai at Naruto, who blocks it, and then immediately comes in with a different fighting, with a punch. Kakashi, however, because he's probably studied how Naruto was fighting at that point, notices that the style's off. It's like, oh, what? And it's like, what's going on here? And then a bunch of Naruto's, Sasuke's, and Sakura's are coming out. Naruto's using transformation. And then Kakashi realizes, oh, they're planning a trap. Clever. It's like, so they figured it out. I guess they did listen to Naruto. Let's see if they can get the bells, though. So, they come in. They're basically, trying to swarm Kakashi. Kakashi actually makes a shadow clone, because he's like, I actually need some aid here. he's then starting to pull out a couple extra techniques: water jutsu, not fire, but water, earth. A couple of the Sasuke's go into the ground. They all poof. Sasuke then fire style, fireball jutsu, and then Kakashi's able to avoid it. Again, he used the headhunter jutsu. Naruto, now! I was like, Sakura, got it! And then she throws the smoke bomb. Poof! I gotta get out of this. And all of a sudden, he's feeling his chakra starting to drain. A couple Naruto's there. He's like, gotcha, Kakashi-sensei. And then, poof, log. Whew, that was close, you guys. Unfortunately, now you've actually had to make me take it seriously. And trust me, Naruto, you're not going to get me with that one a second time. And then Naruto actually smiles. I didn't figure I'd get you with the first time, honestly. And then all of a sudden, the wind picks up. He's like, what do you mean? And then all of a sudden, he tries to, avoid, whatever's coming. But suddenly he hits a wall. What is this? And he's looking around, and he's trapped. He's like inside a sphere of wind. It's like, what? And he tries to touch it, and just actually shreds out his fingers. It's like, ow, what is it? It's like, what is this technique? Something Dad gave to me. Wind art. A windshield, or I haven't actually fully thought of a name for it. Something along the lines of permanent wind containment. It can be used. It's actually known as wind shield, but I decided to use it in a different format. There's like three other Narutos there, because the amount of chakra to maintain it is a lot, and even Naruto's starting to get a little. He's not going to use Sage Mode against Kakashi because, frankly, he might feel it's overkill, and Kakashi might not immediately he might actually accidentally kill Kakashi, though, let's be honest, Kakashi could with the Sharingan, he could probably figure out that's what's going on with Sage Mode. He could probably at least see the observable chakra with it. But Naruto can't make more than, I think, 2 clones with Sage Mode. So, they got their hands there, and it's like, we got you, and we can make and basically, it's designed to repel objects coming at you when you're using it by yourself. However, if you're using it with multiple people, you can use it to trap someone down, Kakashi-sensei. Now I'm going to close it in on you till you surrender those bells. And then, he's starting to close it in. And to further the point, Sasuke! And then Sasuke's finally gotten out of the ground. He's got a fireball jutsu, right? That's right, Kakashi-sensei. I can roast you alive right now. And Kakashi's like, oh, this is actually getting bad. And then it's like, give it up, Kakashi-sensei, just give it up. It's like, and I was like, come on, give it up. It's like, oh, actually, all I have to do, I don't know if you'd actually kill me, Naruto. So go ahead, do it. It's like, fine, all right, you got me. I wouldn't do it, but we do have you trapped, and we work together as a team. But you didn't get the bells yet. Kakashi honestly would pass him at this point. It's just a matter of him being a dick with them. Just like, all right, fine. You want to play it that way? And then, no, Sasuke! Fire stuff! Do it! And then Sasuke's like, all right, fire stuff! Fireball jutsu! And Kakashi's like, oh, crap. Earth style headhunter jutsu! And he's able to go underground. However, Naruto's got one final trick up his sleeve as a bunch of his clones go out. Kakashi uses it against Naruto, but as he's rising, there's just one more gust of wind. And as he yells, Sakura! And then Sakura is actually the one who comes in, and then they hear the bell go off, and just, well, what was that about, Naruto? Gotcha, Kakashi-sensei. It's like, what? And he realizes the bells are gone. What? Sakura's got them in her hand. And she's like, what? And then you see one Naruto had concentrated the wind into his fingers and done a quick little blade of wind to cut him off as Kakashi came up from under the ground. Because that's Naruto. He's on the battlefield, or he's an on-the-fly kind of planner, but he knows how to just, go with the flow and create strategy off the top of his head. And Kakashi's like, I gotta admit, Naruto, that was impressive. And he just puts his headband down. And Sasuke would have been a little shocked to see the Sharingan, obviously. So Kakashi, says, all right, who's going to stay back? If it's got to be anyone, I'll stay back, as Naruto says. But let's be honest, Kakashi-sensei, that wasn't the point, was it? And Kakashi's like, no, it wasn't. I'm going to have a talk with your dad. You were supposed to figure that out on your own. It's like, yeah, well, what's the fun in that? Whatever. So he passes them. Congratulations, you graduate. And that's the end of the bell test. So Naruto would probably, celebrate, see how his friends did. Hinata and Shino would have passed. Shikacho, no problem, passed. he would have congratulated Ino, and he would have at this point. It's like congratulations, he gives her a big hug. It's like yay! And then this time he's like, oh, it's like I'm so proud of you, and then he gives her a brief kiss on the chin, which just makes her go. It's like later, Ino. It's like, and then he was like, yo! Obviously, they're not dating yet, but it's clear they will end up that way pretty soon. I don't know which episode I'm gonna make it that they actually end up a couple, but obviously I'm making it so they're gonna be the couple. I need to turn the light on in here. I mean, there's still light coming from the window. It was still bright enough initially, but I think it's a bit overcast at the moment because I look a little blurry right now. So really, we're gonna go a little further. They're gonna probably go on a couple. They're gonna go on a lot of D rank missions. The Tora, catching episode's not gonna be very exciting. In fact, Naruto honestly just uses a seal to just paralysis seal. Got him. And eventually they would Sorry, there's a commercial on the TV that caused red on to appear. Hold on one second, and it was like a red background. There we go. So the Tora mission, eventually they would probably ask, like, look, and it would be Naruto because he'd probably be the one who's most fed up with it. But it wouldn't be that way. It's like, no, I don't want. I'm a real ninja. I want a ninja mission. It wouldn't be that. It'd probably be just like, look, third Hokage, old man Hokage. Naruto can be, respectful, but at the same time, he probably wouldn't be above just saying, look, old man, hey, we've done this many D rank missions, well above the average. Can we please get just a C? I don't need an S. I don't need an A. A B could be cool. I think I could handle. I think together we might be able to handle. Can we just have a C rank mission, please? Get us out of the village or something, please. This is just and Sakura's probably like, the D ranks are fine with me, and Sasuke even goes, Naruto's actually right for what? Right. I mean, we've done enough of these. They're menial tasks. Come on. So, Naruto, Kakashi. The Hokage like, very well, we have one C rank mission in. A man named Tazna is coming in. What's this, huh? I get being protected by a bunch of kids. And even the pink one looks like she doesn't know anything. Because Naruto actually seems confident. He's a little taller, too, because he's, eating right. So he's not the short one. I was like, what are you missing, Sakura? You can't demolish. I will deck you. You can't deck the client. I am Tazna, master bridge builder. I must get to my bridge. So they will, get him to his bridge. And that's where we're going to leave it off. The Land of Wave arc is the next arc, or the next chapter in the What If Jiraiya Adopted Naruto series. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. There'll be a who would win in a little bit. So